Hi, welcome to today's product review. I got notified by a company called Monkey Feet and wanted me to try out their product, and I thought, great, let's do it. So I'm going to show it to you, and we're going to experience it for the first time together. So Monkey Feet it's a product that helps basically. My understanding is you create, or you put a weight on a binding. This is like a binding, right? You put the weight on the bottom of it right here, it hooks into place, and then you basically can use it as, you use it to increase resistance for lower body exercises. So we're gonna try it out. Okay, so I have a couple of different weights here. I have just kind of a basic weight with a more narrow handle, and then I have your kind of classic dumbbell with a little wider handle. These ones usually get like at Target and places like that. So we're gonna try it with both and see how it works. So the first one, I'm gonna do it with the more of the thicker handle and see how that works. See if you guys can see this. So I'm just trying to put, let me see if this reminds me of a snowboard binding, which makes me want to go snowboarding just doing this. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So it looks like I need to loosen this up to give it a little bit more space. Let me see if that works, because otherwise it's not going to fit. Yeah, it doesn't look like this one is very secure in there. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. So I'm not gonna use this one because I don't want it to fall. So note to self, the thicker handle does not fit. So now I'm gonna open it up, and maybe I was doing it wrong, but it didn't work for me. So I got this one secure in, and then I'm gonna place my foot in the binding. Go take this all the way off, place my foot in the binding, and then wrap it around my shoe. And just lock it into place. Make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, feels pretty good. Feels secure, and it's not uncomfortable on my ankle, at least not for me. Okay, so this is what it looks like, kind of on the heel. So the weight, right away, I already know that because the weight is at the end of my foot, this is going to make me use a lot of stability through my hips, because the lever is longer, right? If the weight is at the end of the lever, it's going to create more instability and more work for me. So I'm going to start off pretty simple and just see how it works, see how it feels. I'm just gonna go into a glute lift. All right, so definitely feel the resistance. There is some wobbling happening through my ankle, my foot. That's just me trying to stabilize it. Definitely different than using just like if you do this with bands. I mean, I work out a lot at home, so I usually would do this with bands, or I would lock the weight behind my knee, but that's always a little iffy because if it could fall out, so that would suck. But this seems very secure, so it's not going anywhere, but it definitely is more challenging having that weight closer to, or all the way to the end of my foot. So I'm gonna go into a side leg lift just to see how that feels. Yeah, that is definitely challenging. Working all those muscles through the abductors, but also I'm working a lot of rector spinae here, so a lot of lower back just to stabilize the hip. And I'm not shocked because of where that weight is placed. So definitely more challenging in that front. I can also see how this would be, I could use it as a leg extension. So if I was sitting on a bench, I'm gonna do it standing, but if I was, you can imagine myself sitting down, but I'm just gonna do, yeah, definitely So if you think about a leg extension machine, the weight usually comes across the front of your shin. So this is very similar as far as where the weight is or where you feel it. So great for your quads there. I can also see how I'm gonna lay down and just do hamstring. I'm just trying out different exercises just that are coming off the top of my head, right? So yeah, definitely, that's a great one. I'm always trying new ways to get more hamstring and glute, so that's a great one. And even like some isolated, see how my foot is kind of shaking side to side, just a little bit more stabilizing through the area. But it's nice because that weight's not going anywhere, so that's kind of nice. Does give you some options for some more lower body exercises that you can do with dumbbells, right? And not having to use machines. So I would definitely say if you're working out at home and you want more options to challenge yourself with lower body, this might be a great option for you, especially because it's, number one, it's not even close, not even nearly as close as expensive as buying like a leg extension, a hamstring curl machine. So definitely an option for that. So that's great. The fact that the weight doesn't move and it feels secure is also great. And I would say for home, it's a good option. Now, if you're a beginner, probably wouldn't start with something like this because of where the weight is located, makes it a lot more difficult, and you're gonna definitely need to know how to stabilize through those hips and lower back so you don't cause any injury. But for those who have been working at home for a while, like I have, this is a great option to add if you need a little bit more challenge and don't have all those fancy equipment that the gyms have. All right, I hope this was helpful. This is called Monkey Feet. You can check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know.